All right. So, as I was saying earlier, today's webinar is about how to implement AI and automation in OpenEMR. So, I was giving you a brief about what OpenEMR is and what we have seen previously. So, if you have attended the previous webinars, we have looked at how to implement automation workflows in OpenEMR. Today, we are looking at AI capabilities. And just to give you a brief recap on what OpenEMR is, OpenEMR is a open source EMR platform which can be used by anyone in the world. It is ideally practices, hospitals, and CapMinds is the largest OpenEMR implementation provider in the world. So, without further ado, let's jump into the web. First, we have to look at what the landscape look like for healthcare AI. So, about a couple of years ago, we saw this wave of AI taken all the industries by storm. But let's look at some numbers. So, at the moment in US, about 81% of physicians have awareness of AI, and about 72% have reported that they are incorporating AI in some capacity or they want to incorporate AI into their systems. About 73% expect AI to reduce their administrative workload through automation. Now, what does the opportunity in terms of finances looks like? About $21 billion are expected to be the annual savings opportunity if AI is implemented appropriately in the healthcare IT sector. So it's very clear AI is the future. It's not experimentation anymore. It is something that is going to be implemented in some capacity or the other. So it's just that we have to be ahead of the curve and we have to be the latest and greatest to make sure we are doing this right. So today and I'm not just going to give you a presentation that, okay, this is what we can do with AI and all. I'm going to show you practical implementation of AI, specifically with OpenEMR. And we'll look at where AI fits in the OpenEMR clinical workflows, which administrative workflows can be automated, how AI and rule-based automation work together, how security, permissions, auditability, and how to prioritize AI and automation use cases for implementation. So, without further ado, I just have a couple of more slides and then we'll jump into the OpenEMR AI demonstration. So, today's agenda, we already spoke about why AI and automation are important. Then we'll take a look at what we have built with AI, and then what does the architecture and governance look like. Then we'll jump into the demonstration, the implementation strategy, and then once we are done with this, you guys can ask me questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer those. So, let's take a look at what does a typical workflow look like for a clinic. So before the visit, the front desk has to run eligibility. They have to look at prior authorization needs for surgeries. They have to review the chart history. They have to check medications, allergies, labs, identify any overdue follow-ups. Then during the visit, they have to capture the conversation. They have to document the encounter or add notes to the visit. They have to complete the clinical forms, longitudinal chart, and then they have to make clinical decisions. Now, after the visit, they have to sign the documentation, review the codes, validate billing, and then submit the claims. So, in this entire workflow, I believe, barring one or two processes, almost everything can be assisted with AI. That's something that we are going to look in a couple of minutes. And so, how do we differentiate between AI and automation? If you were present for some the automation webinar, we looked at how automation works within the OpenEMR system. So it's important that we differentiate what is AI and what is automation. So we can look at the strength points for AI and automation. So AI is strong at summarizing information, transcribing, drafting documentation, identifying patterns, generating recommendations, and explaining findings. Automation is strong at detecting events, applying rules, triggering workflows. So anything that is mundane or monotonous can be resolved by automation, and anything that requires a deeper insight or requires intelligence of any sorts will be resolved by AI. So that's the major difference. Now, what we have built within OpenEMR, let's take a look at that. So we have built a AI patient summary. So let's say we have a huge bunch of data for any given patient. We have their lab records, we have their e-prescription history, we have their care gaps, we have alerts and all of that. So let's say you just want one specific information. You don't want to scan the entire chart. We have an AI patient summary bot. You can just ask it a specific question and it will give you that specific answer. Then we have AI medical scribe. So you can transcribe your conversation with the patient. I'll show you. We have two kinds of transcription. One is a basic transcription, which you do in chatbots like ChatGPT, Claude, where you give it a prompt via a voice and it structures that information. Then we also have ambient transcribes. So when the provider is seeing the patient, it will automatically capture that conversation and generate the encounter note based on that. Then we have documentation review. So before signing the encounter, you can see if there is any in automation. I think this is something that we have previously covered as well. But if you want to take an overview, you can take a look at this one. Then, from appointment to payment, a connected operating model. So how everything is connected. I think we can jump into the live demonstration of AI within OpenEMR. So I can show you that quickly. And if you have any questions or if you want a demo furthermore from there, you can reach out to us at capminds.com or you can email us at sid@capminds.com. So this is the OpenEMR system. I believe all of you are aware of how it looks like, how it functions. So we will jump into the AI dashboard and we will see what we have developed and how it functions. We have created a centralized AI dashboard, and these are all the AI workflows that we have built within the system. Here you can see that we are using a couple of existing AIs to help us assist with these features. So we will explore these one by one. So let's start with the patient summary. So once we click explore, it will take you to a patient. So if you have any patient open, you can click on that. Now here you can see that there is a AI patient summary module. And once I click launch, it will give me an overview of what their summary looks like. So it will use one of the models which was listed in the dashboard, and then it will give me the AI patient summary. Here we can see that what does their date of birth look like, who is the rendering provider, who is the, what are the diagnoses here, any clinical flags, encounters, any narrative, all of these details you will be able to see it from here. And it will also show you the model it used to generate that particular summary. Now let me go back to the dashboard. Now the second feature that we have is medical coding here. Let me click explore. Let me open a patient that has some encounters. So it will take me to that particular encounter and assess. So this is the AI coding assistant that we have. Once I click here, it will give us the diagnosis, the CPT, and it has an option to apply billing. So since this is a dummy encounter, we don't have a lot of diagnoses or procedure entries, but here you can see it is giving us all of the warnings. And so this will assist scribes who are working on coding accuracy or any coding expert to assist them on making the appropriate coding changes before submitting the claim. Moving on. Now, the third thing that we have is a general chatbot. So this is with relevance to the healthcare sector. So any questions you have with regards to ICD code, CPT code, or if you have just a general diagnosis question you want to ask AI, you can go ahead and you can do that as well. So once you click explore here, this is the button for the chatbot. So this is a general chatbot. You can ask it questions with regards to that particular patient, or you can ask it general questions as well, and it will be answering you based on that. Then we have clinical review. And then you can go ahead and you can work on that. So it will assist you on the encounter if you have missed anything, or if you have added anything which is not relevant to this particular encounter, you can go ahead and you can see that from this particular AI tool. Then we have chart note. So let's explore this. So here, as I was talking, I think this is one of our most requested features for newer implementation, and this is something that assists the provider hugely. So we have a dictation mode. So once you click this particular microphone, it will go into recording mode, and you can describe what kind of note you want to add. And once that transcription has been added, you will be able to give it prompts to refine it. And then you can generate a SOAP note. This can be implemented in any kind of note as well. Now, another thing is the ambient transcription. So once you click here, it will automatically listen to both. So it will listen to the patient, it will listen to the provider, both. You can give it a prompt to refine it, and then it can be added to a particular note of your choice. So both of these things we have looked at. Now going to billing assistant. So So this is similar to the coding assistant. It will give you a billing overview of the patient, what you need to add from a payment point of view, co-pays and all of that. So it's similar, both of these assistants work hand in hand. Then this is a readiness assessment. We'll look at this at the end. Before this, let's look at imaging AI. So this is the most complex AI which we have developed. So what it does is you can upload any kind of a X-ray. So it can be a lung X-ray, it can be a chest X-ray, it can be a normal orthopedic X-ray, and it will run the diagnostics based on that, and it will give you a summary, something like this. So it will give you the findings, it will give you their clinical summary, what is the explanation, any recommendations, and then you can, even if you want to run it again, you can go ahead and you can do that as well. So let's look at a brain MRI summary, all of that. And if you feel the confidence is low, you can run it using another LLM, and it will give you, so you can double check it with a couple of different AI models. Now going back here, let's look at AI readiness assistant. Let me quickly enable that. So here you can see what is the usage of your AI, how many active providers you have, just a productivity dashboard. And you can see how many images you have analyzed using the AI model, because this will help you in understanding what kind of bill you can expect with regards to using AI. Obviously, AI runs on tokens. So if you have analyzed 10 images, obviously there will be a certain number of tokens used for that. So this will give you an overview, and you can reduce or increase your usage depending on your budget. So this is the overview of all the AI systems we have implemented within OpenEMR. And yeah, so this is the general overview I wanted to give you guys. Sorry, we are a little bit short of time because of the network issues we had. So I'll be opening up for any questions you guys have, and then I can assist you with that, and then we can conclude the webinar.